Alright, let's do this thing. Greetings. Oh wait, why have I got two of them on? Alright, good evening. You're at Reaper Leviathan. Hello, mate. Alright, hang on. Now I need to do this. Hello, Kick and Twitch viewers. I'm here. Right. We're not doing the YouTube short stream today because I'm just not. And, yeah, right, hang on. It's all gone wrong. Okay, wait, let me actually, do this for a second. Hang on. Oh, that's... yeah, that's fine. Just while we wait for the thing to update. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Trying to Get Fat Trim cancelled, and luckily for me, I'm not even remotely big enough on any social media to, get cancelled, but yeah, you're doing a pretty good job of it so far. Right, sprint race. I don't like sprint races. I never have. I probably never will, but it's a good bit of action. I mean, I would rather watch a sprint race than practice free. I just would. So, yeah, here we are. You can see the starting grid. Yesterday's sprint qualifying, I just... no. Having to watch Checo Perez go out in SQ too early, and then... yeah, it just wasn't fun at all. But, you know, I suppose the ending was okay. I mean, Russell set his lap time really early on, and no one could match it apart from Verstappen at the very end and took the pole. So, it was a bit of a stinky session. The race today, I think... I'm not even really interested in sort of the top 5, to be honest. What I'm interested in is Haas in P6 and 8. I want to see if they can get a little double points finish, because that would be really cool. Sonoda, 1 place off the points. Colapinto, P10, only 2 places off the points. Can Checo get into the points? No, he can't. That's exactly what he's not going to do. And Oscar Piastri in P16. Little comeback drive, maybe. Lando Norris, P4. Title rival, P1. Not ideal. And the McLaren has been very underwhelming so far this weekend. They have 7 performance upgrades, and yet the car looks 3rd or even 4th quickest. It's mid. You know, it is mid. So I do hope that this website will update in the next couple of minutes or so, because I don't want it to update, you know, as the race starts. That wouldn't be too ideal. I don't think I've messed up the timings today. I think it is starting. Like, it actually starts at 7, which is in 5 minutes' time. So we might as well make a top 3 prediction, because why would you not, realistically? And, well, actually, I can't write on that. I'm going to have to... where can I write it? You know, I'll put it in. I'll put it on my phone notes. Let's do that. Alright, hang on. Let's go for... alright, top predictions for the entire... let's just do top 8. I'm gonna go... See, I don't even know what tyres they're going to be running, because if they're running medium tyres, which I think they will... okay, you know what? I'm going Leclerc for the win. Verstappen, Norris, Russell, Sainz. So basically the top 5, but jimble-jambled. And then I'm going to go Hamilton, Perez, Hulkenberg. Is that 8? Yeah, that's my top 8. So we'll see how that goes. And there might be a couple crashes as well, so that could be quite fun. And we have 4 minutes until we begin. Let's go on Twitter real quick and see if there's anything going down. I highly doubt it, to be honest, but yeah. Alright. Trying to find any quotes from any drivers. There really aren't any. Max Verstappen says, I think we hit the ground running yesterday. The car was a bit more drivable and I could drive a little bit more around some of the problems. The last few races, qualifying wasn't too bad, but in the race we were lacking. Alright, good. Are we updated yet? Come on. It's getting a bit squeaky bum time. There's only 2 minutes until the formation lap begins, and this still hasn't updated. Oh no. Today, though, I do have the Sky Sports stream up, so I guess I can watch that. Whoa! Even though it's very, very stinky. Right, let's just get the chats up and just leave it. And we'll see what happens. If the thing doesn't update, I will just tell you what's going on, even though it'll be about 30 seconds delay, because Sky Sports is that slow. And then, if it does update, we will switch to it, of course. So, that is the plan. I don't have that on. Come on! Please update. I desperately... Okay, you know what? I might as well just show the actual thing, even though it isn't. So, this isn't, like, updated. Like, this it still needs to, like, change to the sprint race, but I'll let you just see it anyway. So you can see the starting grid and things. It's not looking too good. If it goes completely white and you get flashbanged, then that means we're good, but... You know, even if it starts during the formation lap, like, it updates, then that's fine. And of course, it's quite an action-packed day, because we have a sprint race right now, and then at... like 10:30, so really, really late at night, I'm going to be slaughtered. We have qualifying again. Actually, the only important qualifying, you know, the one that matters. So, of course, I'll be there for that. But I'm going to need a few coffees. And it has just hit 7 PM, so I do believe that the sprint race is away and go, the formation lap. Of course, this still hasn't updated, so we might just have to miss out on the first couple of laps. Of course, as well, the lap timer thing, it does say 51 out of 51. I will change it as soon as I find out how many laps the sprint race is, because I actually don't know how many laps it is going to be today. But yeah, so that's the plan. Oh, I just sneeze really bad. There you go. Get it out. I am actually getting ill, which ain't ideal when, like, half of my content's appeal is that I'm quite loud and energetic and, like, yeah. And I'm getting ill to the point where I can't speak. So that's always good. That's what you want. Alright, come on. Please update. No. We might be in the mud here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just commentate over the Sky Sports live stream, which is 35 seconds delayed from this. And I'll just do that until the thing updates, which is it's really cringe. Unfortunately, it's obviously completely out of my control, and these people who run this website, I assume they don't get paid for it, and they probably have to... I don't even know how they do it, because I don't know. But unfortunately, obviously, it's out of my hands. But maybe we'll get a 90 plus 7, and it'll update just as it starts, but... yeah, for now, I will just be commentating over the Sky Sports live stream. I still don't know how many laps it is. I actually don't know. Surely it's like... I might as well just do this. Is that actually updated? Yes, okay. And then I'm gonna do this, and then this.
Packed in these cars with very little visibility at the mirrors as well.
You can hear that, can't you? Why does that work? Like, they shouldn't be linked, but they are. So I can't even have the audio on. Fantastic. Right. Well, the strap-on comes around the final corner to line up on the grid. I don't need to explain it again. If you're wondering why it's not showing on here, just ask and I'll explain it again. But you've heard me explain it 3 times in the last minute. I would, of course, give you the commentary of when it starts. Hamilton's complaining about something wrong with the car. He's getting told that everything is fine on the data. I would love a Lewis Hamilton DNF. That would make me happy. I'd like that a lot. But yeah, we're ready. Hulkenberg lining up. We'll do one more refresh on here. 90 plus 7. No, it doesn't seem like it. I believe. Yeah, okay, that's just not gonna happen. Right. So the sprint race would have already started for those watching it live, but I am technically watching it live, but Sky Sports is really, really slow. I completely forgot about Alpine's livery as well, because obviously I've not watched the actual real-life F1. I've just been looking at this live timing thing, and their livery is awful. Wow. That's just a McLaren. Like, that's just McLaren, but worse. Interesting. So we got Oscar Pastry lining up. And here we go. Mystery man with the green flag is waving away. I still don't know who he is or what his occupation is. Did he go in the pub and say, I am the green flag waver? And we are away. And I believe Verstappen is going to keep the lead into turn 1. Oh, wow. That's a very good start. And we're just seeing 19, 20 cars coming up a hill. Any contact going into turn 3? Doesn't seem like it. Everyone's through safely. Lando Norris already up to P2. Oh, that's great. And I can now confirm that it's a 19-lap race, so I can now update that. That was a great move by Lando. There's a bit of contact. One of the Aston Martins is off. I believe that's Fernando Alonso. Unlucky G. The game is the game, though. And actually, look what's just happened. We're back. The thing has updated, and you can now... Let me make some adjustments. I don't even need to, do I? No, I don't. Brilliant. Okay, here we go. Now we have the stuff, which means I can now sack off the Sky Sports stream, and I can just watch this. Brilliant. Okay, let's go. So, 19 laps. It's now been confirmed to me. And here we go. Verstappen already nearly a second ahead of Lando Norris. As we start lap number 2, I need to remember to update it. That was one of the things I was notorious for back when I used to do these watch-alongs very often, is that I would just forget to update the lap timer. So it'd be like lap 37, and I would have the thing as lap 26, and no one would really know what the lap was. But yeah, going through sector 1, Verstappen still leading over Lando Norris. Still... Oh, go on. Get that second margin. He's behind me. Do it for yourself. There you go. So Verstappen 1 second ahead, and actually... No, I'm lying. I was going to say Sky Sports is ahead, but that isn't the wrong... That's the wrong corner. They're like 40 seconds behind, but I'm not going to delay this because this is good. So Russell, the fastest sector 1. Actually, way quicker than all the other drivers so far. Checo Perez also upper place, past Franco Colapinto. Hamilton, Magnussen, and Tsunoda are all upper places. Hulkenberg, oh no. Hulkenberg loses 3 places off the start. Oh, that's just stinky, isn't it? That's just not what you want to see. And then we have 0.6 between the top 2 going into sector 3. still just vibing along nicely. And, you know, they're just chilling at the moment. Just change some things. Right, round the final corner to begin lap number 3. Verstappen takes the fastest lap. It gets taken by Norris and then taken by Posh Spice. So, wait, Lando started 4th. Oh, he did. Oh, so that's a really good opening lap from Lando Norris to get up to P... Oh, actually... If the Ferrari swapped round and then swapped back, they're having a really close fight on the Sky Sports broadcast. I missed it, and Hamilton... I think that was a bug with the live timing, because Hamilton just suddenly stopped. But no, he is going. And look at the gap that is already generating between Hamilton and Magnussen. 1.9 seconds already. And we are only on the start of lap 3. Verstappen's gap to Norris, 0.8. So Lando will have that DRS down the back straight. Russell will also have that DRS. And actually you have to go back to Hamilton for a car to not have DRS. And the Ferraris are still battling. But... the thing on here ain't updating, but they're having a right old scrap. Through turn 1, switchbacks. You don't really want to see that. That's not great. But, you know, they're diffing Hamilton, so who cares? Leclerc staying ahead going into the... I actually need to know what corner number that is, because that's quite an important corner. But the corner at the end of the back straight. So, yeah. Track limits for... who is that? Track limits for Hulkenberg. He's having a horrible first lap. Or first few laps, actually. Down 3 places. That's not ideal. Checo Perez closing in, kind of. But yeah, out the final corner. Will we see Leclerc and Sainz give it some again as we now begin lap number 4? Here we go. 0.9 between the top 2. Making their way around turn numero dos. Wait, no, that's numero uno, isn't it? Because that's turn 1. Now making their way through turn 2. And I think Verstappen's about to get that 1 second lead. And he does. Now, will he keep it and actually, you know, get out of Lando's DRS? I think he has done it. And actually, Russell is only 7/10 back. Russell has a chance here. Leclerc on the radio saying something. I would like to go and see what he just said. Let me actually have a quick look. We've got to try and come back on the others if possible, I think is what he said. Yeah, it was. Okay, so not very interesting. Right, down the back straight we go. Lando Norris somehow shithouses DRS. I don't know how he's managed that. He must just be a miracle worker. But he does get the DRS, so he should be fine to defend from Russell. Here comes Leclerc and Sainz. Is Sainz going to send it? I think he has sent it. I don't know if they're going wheel to wheel. No, they're not, and Leclerc does keep that place. Then we have Magnussen in P7, followed by Tsunoda in the final points place, with Hulkenberg and Perez directly behind them. Not a horrible race so far. I mean, it's sort of what you'd expect. My predictions are going out the window so far, though, so that's not great, but we move. I said Leclerc was winning, but he still could. He still could. But he won't, let's be honest. Lap number 5 begins, and I need some water. Bad. So here's Oscar Pastry on the start. So he went up the inside. And just, that was it. Wow, what a replay. That was so cool. He is actually up to P13 at the moment, up 3 places, but 2 seconds behind Stroll. Not having the greatest of sprint races so far, or just races in general. Oh, I'm so ill. Also, Verstappen really escaping Lando's DRS at this stage. He is now 1.3 seconds up the road, and Russell is only 0.6 behind Norris. There is a chance here that Russell could go for it, but it will have to be a Daniel Ricciardo Hungary 2014 send. He is getting closer. Is he getting close enough for the dive bomb? He's thinking about it, but he hasn't gone for it. Here come the Ferraris as well, going wheel to wheel, I think, or are they just... Are there a bit of team orders going on? I think there might be a bit of team orders going on. I think that Leclerc has sort of told his team, right, just keep Sainz behind me, don't fight and we catch the others. And it isn't working. As I say that, Sainz sends it up the inside of Leclerc, and I think they're actually going wheel to wheel round the long U-bend. That is not what you want to do. Here comes Checo Perez doing something dodgy. On lap 2, actually locks up and almost clots into someone, but he lives. And he's actually now outside of Hulkenberg's DRS, which is not ideal. And Tsunoda makes the place up to P7. So, Haas still in the points, but it's not great. And Sainz actually managed to make that place stick on Leclerc. So, decent bit of racing from them. They're having a right old scrap. I want to see this. So, here comes Sainz. He actually does the little switchback on Leclerc. And they're actually almost making contact. Wow. So these Ferraris, they're scrapping, and they are not happy with each other. They are going to lose their shit when they get back in the garage after this. Verstappen's gap is still 1.4 seconds. Russell 0.6 behind. We have 1.6 back to Sainz, 0.9 back to Leclerc, and Hamilton actually catching back up a little bit now, but the gap already. We're 5 and a bit laps in. Well, actually, no, we're 6 and a bit laps in. No. Oh, I don't know. But, you know, the gap between Hamilton and Magnussen is already 5.2 seconds. That is ridiculous. That is quite a large gap, really, when you think about it. And then we have 0.8 back to Tsunoda, 0.2 back to Hulkenberg, and Perez now 1.2 behind. He is just awful, isn't he? But Hugh Bird is his radio engineer. Or race engineer, race engineer. So he's not going to be good, because he never is when Hugh Bird is his race engineer. When that Woody bloke come in, Perez was actually looking really, really strong. Verstappen now has a 2-second lead. I like that. That's good. As we begin lap number 7. So, we're not even halfway through yet. And actually, Lando had to do a bit of defending from Russell. So that's why that gap has shot up to 2.2. It's because he's on the defensive. Okay, wait, I need to do something. I'll keep looking, though. Russell, 0.7 behind. I think that's the main battle we're looking at right now, is Norris, Russell, Sainz, and Leclerc. And Tsunoda and Hulkenberg. Actually, Checo's managed to get himself back into the DRS of Hulkenberg. So, well done. It's not much of an achievement, though, is it? Norris engineer saying something on the radio? I don't even know. From 4th place to definitely not getting back into the Slurp Juice's DRS. Gets in there, Baldo Norris. No Riz. Wow, that's incredible. Quality banter. I don't even know how you keep thinking of this stuff. Like, it actually baffles me. I don't even know what half of those words mean. Unfortunately, I have seen the Slurp Juice video. Actually, I've seen multiple of them. Perez actually getting in the mixture. Tsunoda's lost 2 places and gone back down to P9. Checo hanging on, making their way through the U-bend as Verstappen gets us onto lap number 8. Here we go! So the halfway mark would be, what, halfway through lap 9. So, still a bit to go. Right, this is actually quite a long race. Probably about, what, 40 minutes? Here comes Oscar Pastry. Oh, he's already made that place. I didn't even realise. I'm really bad at noticing, like, cars in the bottom 10 getting places up. Piastri goes through to overtake Lance Stroll, so he's now up to P12. Well done. Norris has actually had quite a good lap so far. He's managed to claw that gap down from 2.2 to 1.6. It's obviously still not good enough to get DRS, but he's also got out of Russell's DRS, and that could be massive because Carlos Sainz is within that DRS. Carlos Sainz to Charles Leclerc equals Mercedes Barcelona 2016. I think they just have that much like self-respect like for each other that they're not gonna do that kind of thing. But they're getting very, very close. Like, they're getting very close. The difference was Nico and Hamilton hated each other at that point. these are friends still, for now. But yeah, so far it's definitely a lot closer than you'd want. Verstappen starts lap number 9, which means as soon as he gets halfway down the back straight, we will be officially halfway through this sprint. Lovely. You know, I've actually just realised as well that's quite funny, is that the sprint race is shorter than qualifying. Huh. Liam Lawson as well. Unbelievable bit of racecraft from him. Pushes Alonso wide. And then does a switchback, which allows... Is that Piastri to slip through? That must have been very early on. And then Piastri just goes, yeah, thanks, mate, and just switchbacks both of them. And actually, Alonso did say something on the radio. He said, man, the AlphaTauri is such an idiot. Alonso, you're a 2-time world champion. I think you need to sit there and say to yourself, that's just good racecraft. Because that's what that was from Liam Lawson. Sainz looking for a move on George Russell. Is it going to happen on this occasion? The FIA stewards are looking at a Russell and Piastri and Gasly incident. Piastri sending it on Gasly, pushing him way off track. Currently up 4 places. Checo Perez and Tsunoda fighting, I think. And Perez, no, not getting past. And then Verstappen rounds the final corner, lap number 10. Yippee! Okay. Let's see if Lando can get that gap down, but so far he's just not, to be honest. I mean, it's still 1.4, and let's be real. The sprint race doesn't really mean anything. By the end of the season, maybe it could, but not really. So far, Verstappen gains 1 point on Lando Norris. Might as well just not bother. Do you know what I mean? And actually, Sainz has got past Russell, but he went off track. I wonder what the stewards are going to say about that, because he just was off track. Lando's got that gap down to 1.2. Sainz has the fastest Sector 1 of anyone, a 28.3. Russell already outside of Sainz's DRS. Leclerc does have DRS. Is Russell about to get done by the other Ferrari now as well? You can see Leclerc closing in down the back straight. He's not going to be anywhere near close enough to get past. Let's see if Checo Perez can get past Tsunoda and actually make an overtake. DRS gets enabled. Checo is closing in. He's still closing, but it's just by nowhere near enough. And yeah, he's just awful. Fantastic. Leclerc and Russell fighting. I think they've done a switchback. Has Leclerc got it, though? Yes, he does. Ew! No, the Ferraris aren't here to play about. Now they're both ahead of Russell, and Sainz is flying along. Fastest Sector 1. Catching Norris. I mean, yeah. Quality stuff, really. That's great. Oscar Piastri also now under pressure. Well, actually, no, he's not under pressure. He's giving someone else. He's putting someone else under pressure in Colapinto. I want to see this move from Leclerc, though. So Russell goes into the corner. And is it this switchback that we keep seeing? Yes, it is. And Leclerc also pushes Russell off. So that's twice now that that Russell's been pushed off by a Ferrari. But what I will say is that the Ferrari is on track. So isn't that fine? If the overtaker is on track, whether they push the other car off or not, I think that's okay. I think. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Down the back straight, 1.6 between Verstappen and Norris. Once again, no DRS going into Sector 3. Got quite big gaps now. 1.7, 2.2, 1, 2.1, 3.4, 4.5, 2.2, 2.5. 0.6. Can Perez finally get this move done? He's closing once again. Is he going to go for it, or is he going to bottle it? Because that's what he does. He is going to bottle it. What a surprise. Never seen that one before, because that's just what he does. Like, if it's me, I am sending that bastard instantaneously. But that's not what Perez does. He waits and he only overtakes if it's a 100% chance. And Oscar Piastri has been given a 5-second penalty. But if that's the case, Leclerc and Sainz both need 5-second penalties as well. Oh, bollocks. See, like there, Perez was so close to Tsunoda, he could have easily sent that up the inside and got the place, but no, he just sits there. Although what we are seeing is that, you know, you could say how bad Perez is, which he is, and it pains me to say that, but he just is. But you look at Piastri, he's in P12, yes, he's gained 4 places, but he cannot for the life of him get past Franco Colapinto in a way slower Williams. So it just seems, you know, overtaking at this track is actually quite difficult. Down the back straight, Verstappen clear, 2.1 seconds ahead of Norris now. Ferrari's looking for a bit of a scrap, not going to happen. It stays Sainz 3rd, Leclerc 4th. Hamilton is starting to catch Russell by a diddy bit. Magnussen and Hulkenberg chilling in P7 and P8. Now Perez, is this his time? Perez is going for it? I think he has gone for it. Whether he's got that place or not, we don't know. I think he's got it. No, he's been switched back. Never mind, I'm lying. He just got switched back by Tsunoda. And they are still fighting. And Perez is now ahead, and he gets that place. Yes! Checo Perez overtakes an RB. Come on, what a driver. Kill me. I shouldn't be celebrating these things, but I am. But now, will Perez just get re-overtaken by Tsunoda into turn 1? Tsunoda is closing in very rapidly. Is he going to go for it, though? So Perez dives down the inside, goes a little bit wide, and just what happened earlier, and Tsunoda gets the place back. Fucking kill me. I hate this a lot, you know. I hate being here. Wait, Perez got back ahead. Wait, what? Oh, yay! Let's go! Rejoice! Cheer! Let's go! What a driver! Brilliant stuff. From 5 seconds away, Obama bin Russell sends it up the inside of the horses. This is monumental. So Tsunoda has a massive lockup. So how did he get past... Oh, he never got past Perez. It was just my live timing being shit. Oh, okay, cool. Right, we continue. I believe I'm actually on the wrong lap now as well. Yeah, it's actually lap 14 now. So, sorry, I got too caught up in the action. Oscar Piastri makes his way past Colapinto and is now looking for the move on Tsunoda as well. He isn't going to get it. But they are going wheel to wheel now around the U-bend, I believe. Not quite wheel to wheel, but close enough. Leclerc looking for a move on Sainz into turn 1. It isn't going to go for it. This is Piastri's move on Colapinto. Colapinto tries to cover it off. Doesn't do a very good job of it. Piastri up the inside. Bob's your uncle. Lovely move. And they actually both sent it up the inside. That was quite cool. Norris, 2.3 seconds behind Verstappen. It's not looking too good for the championship fight at the moment. Tsunoda and Piastri actually almost colliding there. That is not ideal, really. So yeah, going into the back straight. The gap between Verstappen and Norris, 2.2, so no DRS. Only 1.6 back to Sainz and 0.8 to Leclerc. The Ferraris are closing and closing fast, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Then we have 6 seconds back to Russell, 1.5 back to Hamilton, 6.3 back to Magnussen, and then 2 to Hulkenberg. I think the Hasses are chilling, and they will be scoring double points here today. What's very depressing is that if this was in the main Grand Prix, they would be scoring 12... No, even more than that. They'd be getting what? 2, 4, 6. So they'd be getting, excuse me, 14 points. Wait, Bournemouth won 2-0. Come on, the boys! Come on, the Cherries! That's my team! I love that from them. Well done, them. That actually almost cheers me up from watching West Ham earlier today. That's cool. Anyway, lap number 15 now. Verstappen now 2.3 seconds ahead of Norris. 1.5 back to Sainz. 0.9 back to Leclerc. We don't really have any crazy battles going on. There is actually a bit of a pile-up going on between Tsunoda all the way down to Fernando Alonso. There's about 5 seconds splitting them. And as you'd expect, it's the Saubers at the back of the grid, with Bottas barely ahead of Zhou Guanyu. And Bottas as well on way older tyres. So we have 5 laps remaining. Let's see if Leclerc or Norris... Leclerc or Sainz are going to go for a move on each other. Also, I have noticed that there are so many track limit, warnings going on at the moment. I am seeing one on average every, 10 seconds. Which I think we saw this last year as well. It was actually quite bad for track limits. But yeah. Nothing really going down. Will this be Piastri's time to finally overtake the Suzuki Tsunoda? Here he goes. He's going to try and go down the inside, I think. He's gone for it. Hasn't got it, though. Didn't brake late enough. Now, of course, going around these very, very long U-bends, you do get the opportunity to do some switchbacks. So will we see that from Piastri? No, is the answer. And also, this is helping out Perez a great deal because, yes, he won't be scoring points today because he's not catching Hülkenberg. But, you think about it, at least Piastri can't catch Checo now. That is the good thing. Bro, fair play to Bournemouth. I fucking love those guys. Well done. And also, Piastri finally got that place. Well done, lad. So Piastri now up to P10. Of course, in a normal Grand Prix, that would be worth a point. Here, though, nothing. And he now has a 5-second gap to claw back to catch up to Checo, who also has a 5-second gap to Hülkenberg. So I don't think that's going to be happening today. Let's be real. And also, my live timing has just froze. Why has it done that? Oh, live timing's offline. That's not what you want to see. Right, so I don't think we're getting that anymore, so I'll be just looking at the Sky Sports broadcast and see if I can, spot anything going down. I can't really see the gaps, but I think, yeah, that is still lap 16. We are still on that lap. That's annoying. Oh, here we go. Lovely. Well done. We're back. And we come back to Verstappen having a 2.8 second lead over Lando No-Wins, who of course isn't No-Wins anymore, but should have a lot more wins than he does this season. He is the world-class bottler. Carlos Sainz only 1.2 seconds behind, and it's gone down again. Fucking hell. Well, we can see some of the gaps at least. Wow. Oh, there you go. So we're back again. Will it break again? Probably, but again, I can't complain. This is made by a couple of people, maybe just one person. Whether it's even legal or not, I have no idea, because I know you can't stream the F1 official live timing because you actually get a copyright DMCA for that, and not just like not just like it takes it down, like a full-on channel strike for that crap. I got that on Twitch. I actually got suspended for 30 days because of it, and I got a channel strike on my current channel. So yeah, not ideal. But yeah, I can't complain if this keeps going down. At the end of the day, it's a free website that allows me to show all the data and stuff. Like, it's class. So if it goes down for a couple of seconds, I'm not going to sit here and moan about it. It sounds like I am, but I'm so enticed into the action of the Formula 1. But anyway, Verstappen making his way into the back straight. 2.6 seconds to Lando Norris. Sainz, I believe, might have just got DRS. And he does. Carlos Sainz now has DRS on Lando Norris. And I'll tell you what, the Ferraris have been very impressive today. Their results aren't, you know, accurate, if you will. Because they're third and fourth, but they're probably the second quickest car here today. You know, they're catching Norris. I mean, to be fair, when they were bickering with each other for about 9 laps, that definitely didn't help them at all. But they've been really, really strong today. We see Hamilton now catching up to Russell as well. Hulkenberg catching up to Magnussen. Piastri is just, you know, way better than Perez, so he's closing in as well. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near close enough to pass, but, you know, he's still closing in. And there we go. The final lap has begun. Lando Norris only 0.5 ahead of Sainz. We might see an overtake into turn 1. Is Sainz going to go for it? No, he doesn't. Carlos Sainz avoids going for the move into turn 1. He might be... Wait, no, he has. No, he has done it. Carlos Sainz overtakes Lando. No shit. Lando shit wrist. I have no idea. Wow. So Sainz now up to P2. Norris P3. Leclerc P4. Oscar Piastri takes the fastest lap of the race. And he is now giving it some serious beanage. Especially through Sector 2. Coming into the back straight, will we see, you know, Sainz lose that place again? Here we go. Verstappen's won this race. Unreal performance from him. What do you expect? He is the best driver on the grid right now, and that's what he does. Lando actually locked up. Going into turn 1. Here he comes. Down the back straight. Is he going to send it up the inside of Sainz? No, he doesn't. So Lando might be losing P2, and he has. Something's gone wrong with Lando because he's actually just dropped back massively from Sainz, gone from 0.2 to 0.7, and now he might actually lose a place to Leclerc on the switchback. Shut up, a Ferrari about to get a double podium at the end. No, okay. Lando holds on to P3. Verstappen comes around the penultimate corner. It's just what he does, really. It's just him. You know, it's just him. It's what he does. Comes around the final corner. Verstappen is the winner. Bosh. Carlos Sainz, what a drive, into P2. Lando Norris finishes P3. So Verstappen gains 3 points in the Drivers' Championship. Leclerc finishes 4th. George Russell finishes 6th. I can't read. 5th. Hamilton 6th. And Kevin Magnussen and Hulkenberg cross the line to get a double points finish for Haas. Like I said, if this was in a Grand Prix, like a proper Grand Prix, they would be scoring 14 points, but because this is only a sprint, they get 3! 3! Lovely. Checo Perez finishes 9th. Oscar Piastri finishes 10th. What happened to Piastri? Why is he 7 seconds Oh, wow. Perez went on a bit of a push lap at the end. I don't know if he tried to get the fastest lap, but look, his gap has gone from 5 seconds to 5.3 at the end. He was pushing at the end there. Yuki Tsunoda finishes 11th. Colapinto 12th. Diffing Albon once again. I've got a really snotty nose. Lance Stroll 13th. Gasly 14th. Ocon 15th. Lawson 16th. Albon 17th. Alonso 18th. Zhou Guanyu 19th. And Valtteri Bottas 20th. And actually, Alex Albon started 20th. How'd he do that? I thought if you took like an engine penalty, you had to start in the main race, not in the sprint. I don't know about that one, but most places gained during the race is a tie. I know it isn't a tie, I'm lying, I've just seen it. Is Oscar Piastri, who gained 6 places overall. And the biggest loser in the race is going to be Fernando Alonso, who loses 4 places from P15 or P14 to P18. So that's all from me. That was the sprint race. That was awful, because that's what sprint races are. But, you know, it's F1, it's action, so I enjoyed it nonetheless. But of course, today isn't done. This is only half of it, because at 10:30 BST, I think, I will double check after the stream, we will have qualifying again. But not only is it actually important, because it's obviously qualifying for the main Grand Prix, but it's also a lot better than sprint qualifying, just the way it works. Extra time, soft tyres the whole way through. It's a lot better than the sprint format. So yeah, that's going to be all from me. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you lots in about, I don't know really, what, 3 hours time? A little bit under that, so like 2.5 hours, 2 hours 45 minutes kind of time, I will be back. So yeah, see you then.